Hello and welcome to the history of Stargate universe. Today we're going to cover the ancient starship Destiny. I did cover this about a year ago, but I felt I could do better. So here we go. There will be some additional information that was not covered in the last one. Anyways, here we go. Destiny is a ship in the ancient fleet, constructed and launched more than 50 million years ago from Earth. The ancients launched several automated ships prior to Destiny, each with the purpose of constructing and seeding Stargates throughout the numerous galaxies they encountered, with Destiny itself planned to follow in their path to explore these planets. Destiny has traversed at least 38 different galaxies. After beginning the process, the ancients initially planned to wait until the ship reached a sufficient distance from Earth to board it. However, because of other endeavors, like Ascension, they never followed through on the plan. Because of this, Destiny had continued on a pre-programmed path on its journey throughout the stars, alone, for millions of years. With the arrival of a Tok'ra expedition in 2009, Destiny has a new crew. Destiny itself is relatively flat and triangular in shape. The left and right sides are markedly concave, with the aft portion of the ship convexly rounded. The ship is very long and becomes more narrow towards the bow. The surface of the ship is covered with layers of textural elements, including a large number of triple-barreled weapon turrets and anti-fighter emplacements. Destiny is capable of faster-than-light travel, or FTL, but not by means of hyperdrive engines. By all appearances, while Destiny's drive is comprised of 16 individual units, it would seem that the sublight and FTL are both functions of the same engine. The drive spans the full width of Destiny's stern. It predates the ancient technology activation gene security feature used in the later Lantean technology, instead having an incredibly complex master code based on an advanced ancient DNA sequence. This code is required to access systems such as navigation and advanced power management, but not for basic weapons and shield control. Ancient history. Not long after the creation of the Stargates, the ancients discovered a pattern in the cosmic microwave background radiation, recognizing that this pattern could not have been natural in origin. The ancients concluded that its presence suggests an order to the universe never thought possible, possibly some kind of message. However, the message was fragmented and could not be recovered. To that end, they devoted the efforts of an entire generation to the construction of Destiny, the purpose of which was to find and reassemble the fragments, completing the message. This was a competing project with city ships, which had the same mission as Destiny, and were in the early design stage of construction when Destiny was launched. Automated ships were sent ahead of Destiny to explore the universe, seeding Stargates along their path. It was their intention to further the knowledge of the universe, but they abandoned the project and started researching into Ascension. Nevertheless, the Destiny continued to go from planet to planet, system to system, galaxy to galaxy, for tens of millions of years. Over its long journey, Destiny sustained significant damage, though some of the damage is simply neglect, as the ship had been left unmanaged for far longer than intended. Battle damage is also evident, so shown by the numerous hull breaches. Destiny's shields automatically compensate by sealing off the breaches with force fields. However, the shielding is insufficient for the larger breaches, and bulkheads were automatically closed and locked off to compensate. 2011. Discovery of the Ancients. While the crew slept in stasis, Eli was working on a way to repair his pod. He powered down as much unessential systems as possible to conserve energy, and win as much time as possible. To keep his mind clear, he started exercising. When the energy reserves were approaching dangerously low, Eli figured out how to redirect the energy residue that was building up above the hull, while Destiny was at FTL to power the ship. This gave him an extra 10 weeks of time. In time, he realized that to repair the pod, he needed replacement parts. Figuring out it would be strange, to say the least, for the ship designed for a crew of at least 1,000 people to have only 100 stasis pods. Eli searched through the ship's schematics and found another set of stasis pods in a sealed-off section of the ship. When he arrived there to cannibalize the vacant pod for spare parts, he saw 2 humans standing near an occupied pod. Noticing Eli, one of them stunned him. 2.5 months into the journey, Eli, under the orders of the mysterious humans leader Vassie, revived Colonel Young and explained everything to him. The woman leading the people explained that they are the engineers that built the ship all those years ago. While questioning Eli and Colonel Young at gunpoint, Vassie explained that they were stranded on the ship by accident during a launch sequence on Earth's orbit. Their plan was to wait a bit in stasis until the ancient expedition arrived to send them back home. Unfortunately, no help came. Suddenly, one of her team fainted. Shortly after, all of the ancients fell to the disease that was revealed to be the common cold, that either the Tok'ra or the Lucine Alliance brought aboard. The reason it affected them so badly was due to being in stasis for so long. Their immune systems couldn't handle the evolved virus. Dr. Gary Guzzo recommended synthetic tritonium to help them. Vassie repaired the Destiny with a multitude of ancient maintenance robots. They repaired key systems that increased the low level of efficiency that they had been using, as well as gain access to more parts of Destiny, including the auxiliary reactor, main engineering, the computer network connection, and sections that had been exposed to space that now allow access to previously inaccessible areas such as the cargo holds and air docks. While some of the expedition retrieved materials off-world to make the Tritonin, the Destiny made an FTL jump right into a star's corona to charge the ship to full power. Afterwards, they recollected the away team and aided the ancients with the Tritonin. Later, the Destiny expedition and Vassie's team integrated.